about the layers of life. He said first there's the physical realm. In the physical realm, there's our extended body, there's our personal body, and there's our prana body, our energy body. That's in the physical realm. He said in the emotional realm, there's our mind, which is the receiver of all impressions. There's our intellect, which is the processor of all impressions, the digester of them, and what drips out after something has come in and we've distilled it down, according to Chakra, is our ego. Mind, intellect, ego. That's in the psychological realm. And then there's the spiritual realm, the causal realm, he calls it, because the spirit is the cause of everything, which has our soul, Atman, and the divine spirit, Brahman, and the collective soul between them. So that's 9 different categories, but whether it's Ayurveda, which goes space, air, fire, water, earth, from the most subtle to the most dense, or whether it's Maslow's, which is going from the most foundational structure, and you look at this, it's also from the thickest, right? First it's my physical body, then it's the roof over my head, then it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. This is all up here, or up there even. So I don't know that the chakras are necessarily the driving force, but in virtually every society, philosophy, and culture, there's a conversation about this earth plane, which is the most dense, most physical, most heavy, and the other planes that get lighter, 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 lighter. Shunt all the blood to the extremities. Feet, why? So I could run more easily. Hands, why? So I could wrestle with this thing a little bit more. And here's the coolest thing. The hard parts of your blood, the platelets that flow through the plasma, become plump and sticky just upon you hearing. Why? Because your body says, let's clot, we may get cut. Imagine you're clotting before you even get cut. Fast forward 20,000 years, not a lot of saber-toothed tigers out there. But that's the fight-flight response, which probably 90% of the world is living in, right? That's why there are bar fights. That's probably alcohol too. But if you increase your blood pressure and your heart stress a lot, it leads to coronary heart disease. You increase your stress hormones, it's leading us to addictions and insomnia. Increase your blood sugar, diabetes, obesity. How many times a day can you harden your arteries, suppress your immune system, elevate these other aspects of the stress response, realistically? At a certain point. Please, if you post it on Facebook, make sure you put Chopra.com. Okay? How many times can you decrease your growth and sex hormones before there's some kind of issue? Now, these are the other needs of the heart. They're not Maslow's. They're just like floating out there. We need these 4 things for emotional well-being. We just need to be seen. Then affection. I'm seeing you, but I smile at you too. That there's a sweet connection. It's not just, you're in my line of sight. Then there's appreciation. It takes it one step further. It's sort of like, I see you, I sort of have a fondness, but now I acknowledge you as well. We all need it. Everybody needs to be acknowledged, appreciated. It could be a pat on the back, your name on a sign, a wink, someone pointing at you, a nice big fat bonus check, whatever it is. We all need it. And lastly, we all want to be part. Goes back to Maslow's, being part of that collective. We all want to be invited to a party we would never attend. And we're offended when we're not. Right? It's like, never go to that party. Did the invitation come in? So when these needs of the heart are not met, we end up with a reactive response world. It's not that my flesh is being threatened. My ego, my sense of self, my self-esteem. Now that's going to be threatened. I respond differently. I don't punch you in the face or run away. I do that verbally or emotionally. I lean in and go, oh yeah? Or I shut down. Talk to the hand. That's the fight flight in an emotional context. When those needs, anyone ever do that? No one? Yeah. You know, we do it all the time. Remember the old days when you used to like hang up the phone like this? And now it's like Doesn't have that same oomph. But, you know, slamming doors, hanging up the phone on someone, kicking a wall. But anytime you lean in verbally or physically, that's the fight of the reactive response. And anytime you just shut down, like when you're sitting with someone, you just had a fight and they go, so we're okay? And you're like, fine. Everything's good between us? Mm-hmm. Perfect. You can't even look at them. It's clearly not. That's fight, flight, only taken to the emotional level. And then, of course, there's restful awareness response. Restful awareness response is the response that meditators have. Our brains are different. We don't react. We actually structurally change our brain by shrinking our amygdala and expanding our hippocampus. And the restful awareness response, scientifically, clinically proven, has the exact opposite of fight-flight in terms of what it physiologically does to us. During meditation, our blood pressure normalizes. Our stress hormones are lowered. Blood sugar levels stabilize. Blood comes into our digestive tract. We have an increase in sex hormones. Our immune system is elevated. And we reduce sweating. This is scientifically proven in every single meditation. So who do you want to be? Running around from that saber-toothed tiger? We're totally impervious, immune to it. We're multi-dimensional beings. Right? There's 3 ways that we can meditate pretty easily. I just want to end us with one, got the sign, end, the hard stop sign. But I did want to teach you something that we could all take away from it. Have you heard of Pema Chodron?
Yes.
Buddhist nun, rock star, amazing. She wrote When Things Fall Apart. So here's this great, I've taken one of her teachings and integrated it into one of mine. It's essentially combining 4-part breathing with every time you enter any room or touch a handle. So here's 4-part breathing. We breathe into the count of 4, we hold it to the count of 4, we let it go to the count of 4, and we hold that out to the count of 4.